Okay, I'm going to see if I can make this work. I don't really have a document camera, so I'm using a water bottle, and we'll see if this works. So these are Bach chorales, and the nice part about these Bach chorales is that they will almost always, like 99.999% of the time, they will follow the rules of functional harmony to a T. I mean, Bach was the pinnacle of this new thing of functional harmony. You know, I mean, by his point, it wasn't new. It was 100 years old or something. 75 years old, but he really embodies solidifying it 100%, and it's going to stay that way for another 150 years. And so we can use these chorales. He would write, you know, these chorales each week or every other week or whatever for his church choir, and they had text to it, you know, and they would be sung each week. And he's got, you know, hundreds of them. Notice this one's number 26, and this one down here is number 262. So I'm on page 4 of the little booklet that I gave you. I'm going to do the top one, and then you're going to do the second one. What we want to do is we want to name the chord, and then down below we're going to do the Roman numeral. Now I can name these a lot faster than most of you. It's going to take you a while, okay? There's no sharps or flats in the key signature. The first chord is an A minor chord, and I go all the way over to the end, and the last chord is an A major. I write it in uppercase. So that tells me, you know, it's pretty safe to say, my detective hat says, it's pretty safe to say we're in the key of A minor. But just to be clear, I'm going to name the chords first. So this is A minor, this is E major, A minor, A minor, A minor, G, C, C. And if you're like, what the Jimmy Rust, how'd you do that so fast? Well, I've been doing this a long time. So in the key of A minor, I'm going to write A minor, colon, now Roman numerals. We have 1, uppercase 5, 1, 1, 1. Now we get 7, 3. Well, that's weird, right? We'll come back to that. We're like, Okay, so we'll come back to that. So now here we go. C. Now we have eighth notes. I have to ask myself, does B, D, G, E form a chord? Not really, and it's on the offbeat. I mean, you could argue that that is a E minor 7, but it's on the offbeat. That's fine. What is this? This is an A minor chord. Again, does G, B, C, E form a chord? No. I mean, it forms a C major, major 7, but yeah. Unless it forms a new triad, don't worry about it for right now. Okay? So now here's where it gets a little funky. This is a D, and that C is held over. I guess we can call it a D7. I know I haven't taught you 7 chords yet. This is just a triad, G sharp B. So we're like, that's weird. I guess maybe it's G sharp something, diminished or something. But then this really clearly is, boom, right here, A minor. This very clearly is, give me a second. This is a weird one. D minor, and it is a 7, but don't worry about the 7. It's called a suspension. Then we get, now here we get E7, A major. Okay, so now if I go back to my chords, well, C we already said is 3, A minor is 1. D7 uppercase, that's the weird one. That's going to be an uppercase 4. G sharp is 7, 1. Lowercase 4, 5, uppercase 1. Can you see that okay? So, there's a lot going on, all right? Now, this is kind of funky. This is like next level theory for those of you who are ready for it. This would be learning to be able to do this right now is where we want to be at. Kind of next level is this. Right here, if we say we change keys, we're going to be moving towards the key of C. Well, now this is just 6, 5, 1, 1, 1, 6. That D, this chord is really tripping me out. This one is the one that doesn't make sense. And honestly, I don't know how to answer it. Why am I saying it doesn't make sense? Because D7 is the 5 of G. So that chord, by functional harmony rules, a D7 needs to go to G. How else can we explain it? I'm really stumped. That's intriguing. So this right here is one of those good examples of a Bach chord that doesn't exactly truly 100% follow functional harmony. Why is there that F sharp there? If he didn't put that F sharp there, oh, I know why. It's because it's called the harmonic minor and the pitches are going up. So those of you that have learned your harmonic minor scales, there's the key. So it still doesn't explain the function of a D7 though. That's interesting. Okay, anyway, I digress. So this is not a clear, you don't have to be able to do this. I'm just saying what we want is we want our Roman numerals to be mostly 1, 2, 4, 5. Because those are the ones that really have strong functions. So if we follow this deviant down to C, we have 1, 5, 1, 1 in A minor, then 1 in A minor, or 6 in C. This chord has double function, okay? It's serving as the 1, but it's also serving as the future 6. If that's confusing, just chill. It'll be okay. Then we go 6, 5, 1, 1. That makes sense to us. 1, 6. Here's the odd chord out. 4. 7, 1 makes sense because 7 is a dominant substitute. 4, 5, 1. So basically everything in Bach we should be able to reduce it to 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, sorry. 3 gets used every now and then, but not a lot, and 7 gets used every now and then. But see this, a major 3, that's especially at a cadence point with a fermata, that's not right. Our ear is not hearing this as a 3 chord. Our ear is actually hearing it as a 1 chord. Okay. So your challenge is to see if you can do BWV 262. Okay, BWV is just a way of cataloging his chorales. So 262, all right, it's in the key of 2 sharps. First chord is a D major. Last chord is also D major. So I think it's pretty safe to say we are in D major, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do just like I did, name the chords here in the middle. Down below, name the Roman numeral. Now look, there's no sharps or flats here. So all of the Roman numerals, you're just gonna stay in one key. All right, those of you that are advanced and really wanna get ahead, when you get down to here, notice we have a G sharp up here and a G sharp up here. So at some point, we've either moved to F sharp minor or A major. How do I know that? Well, because A major has 3 sharps, these 2 plus G sharp, okay? So if you want to get more advanced, go ahead and move down to this second level, but really what we're gonna be checking together is this first one, okay? So give it a shot and let's see how you do. I'm gonna warn you right now, this is a good example of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna give you the second chord. So this is a B minor chord, but then right here when it moves to G, we get G, B, D. So now it's G major there. So it goes D, B minor, G, back to D. G major. But then that pitch is called a passing tone. It's not part of the chord, okay? So this doesn't form a new chord. G, B, D, F sharp. Don't worry about 7 chords right now unless they are a major chord, major triad, and a minor 7, okay? Because that's called a dominant 7. That's a 5-7 when you see that. But I feel like I've gotten ahead of myself. That's just for those of you who are ready for that theory. If you're not ready for that theory, ignore it, okay? All right, excited to see what you come up with.